Something's gonna explode! Oh!
They're sticking all over his body.
Like it's some kind of jerk.
I'll write it and we'll do it live.
God damn it. If he hits it, it's over. Can Omega end it here?
Doink and dink, and the think drink from the pink sink.
Forsaken.
Well, I don't...
Was that on camera?
No one kicks out. No one kicks out.
Any questions?
What about our grades on the midterm?
Just relax, take some notes, and watch this.
I tried, but I don't think so. Maybe it was me who was fucking out.
Wicked Angel. Can Omega?
Oh, hello, gentlemen.
Word.
What is going on? Welcome on into the platform with a purpose, a platform that doesn't dare to be, let's see, better than, less than, but we do dare to be over here offside the screen. Different than. Let's go with Frank Bruno first. At Frank Bruno 80. Frank, how was class tonight?
We talked all about revenue management this evening for hotels, and it was riveting as always, as it always is. And I was catching up a little bit on some of the news and notes of AEW and NXT tonight.
Anything juicy for to save as a tease?
There's a couple of interesting things that have taken place on both shows, so I won't tease it.
Little juicy.
Do we have? Never mind.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's supposed to be a surprise, but
No idea what you're talking about. I do know. Tonight, it's two shows in one. Two episodes placed into one nice encapsulated way. Yes, it's up late at 958, or you can follow it at Model Mandik, at Bruno Mandik. I'm just taking up all these Twitter names so that eventually somebody will come be like, I need Bruno Mandik. I'll be like, oh, do you really?
regardless,
Yay.
regardless whether you look it up, there's always going to be a dick in there.
Well, a full dick.
A dick
Like,
without
are
a
we
C.
talking? Okay, that's okay. I just wanted to make sure that we weren't going to, because to me, I mean, when you talk about an absolute, I mean, being past the 958, we know standards and practices. We know what they look and listen for.
We're allowed to say dick after 10.
We are allowed to say dick after 10. Full dick after 10.
Full dick or just or half dick?
I don't want a half dick. I will take the. I'll take the full one.
Wow. Yummy.
Oh, what was that? A minor tease to the fact that we have Rewind Wrestling Time?
What? It's
And
not
we
even
have Frank.
Tuesday.
Wait, it's. Hold on. Wait,
Buddy,
can we sort this out off the top just real quick? I'm confused how it's not Tuesday, because Frank's here, which would tell me it's Monday, or maybe like some days filling in. I don't get it. So wait, is today Wednesday?
Today's Wednesday.
I think so. I hope God I hope so, because I've been working for 3 days.
I Bruce Pritchard you yesterday. I'm sorry, Carl.
Oh, I get it. You had more important things.
You know when Vince McMahon comes calling it, oh, I shouldn't have. Never mind. As you were saying.
So what we've got here is Rewind Wrestling Time combined with Up Late 958, combined with a special guest. So we got to do it in order, and we're going to go with Rewind Wrestling Time. I played the wrong intro. Call myself out in that one. Click the wrong button. It's fine. A lot of them look the same, and I don't label them. As Mike Cole pointed out, I don't label my stuff unless I know what it is. So we're going to go Rewind Wrestling Time. We're going to go Up Late 958, and then our guest is going to pop in. And yes, we are going to talk to Rocco, and our special guest, I think, will be vocal and opinionated to a human perspective about the exploding barbed wire match. Bruno, you watched it live, correct?
I did. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we gonna watch it? Are we gonna watch it tonight or no?
We are not gonna watch it.
Okay.
Unless somebody is like really gung ho about watching it. Yes, I have the ways of getting it.
I just wanted to see Rocco get his deathmatch wings, but if that's like some other time.
Legally. Wait. Oh, I see what you're doing there.
I wanted to know what Rocco thought of it, but that's.
But see, if we're gonna do his his death match wings need to be put on. If we're gonna put them on, I think it needs to be a you pick one, I pick one. We consensusly pick one. And that will become Rocco's death match. Because I have one death match that stands out to me. If you have one that stands out to you, we'll put him through hell, dude.
Well,
I mean, he's not even here. That's a great thing.
I've only ever seen one full one, and it was Sunday night.
Let's just stay.
Oh, that doesn't even count. That doesn't even. Yeah. It doesn't even. You know what? I think deathmatch gets labeled very. It's very easy to label deathmatch as trash.
Spotfest. Oh, what?
Yikes!
That was good.
It's not a spot fest. No, no. You got to look at it for its totality, right? It's got to be a blow off, which this was with Omega, and we'll get into this more.
They definitely blew something.
Yeah. When I can't defend it and I'm trying to come up with, I had to take time, like an hour, to write down 3 counterpoints. Mm-hmm. That took me an hour. I'm a well-functioning human being, I think. Buddy?
Don't lie to us.
I am. Like,
but
I couldn't come up with where I go, I couldn't come up with any reason to defend what I'm about. That's why we're not showing the whole thing. Basically, I'm tucking my dong between my legs. I'm saying dong, not dick, so we don't say short dick. And we said short dick. And the thing is, when we really break into it, is that if I can't defend it, that's okay. But I do ask people not to negatively pile on what is an experimentation. Okay, just for banter purposes, while this video loads.
Go for it.
What if Hell in a Cell didn't work out? It's my favorite match of all time. It's my favorite match of all time.
When you've got Shawn Michaels in there, you know it's going to work.
You've got Kenny Omega.
No. You cannot compare Shawn Michaels and Kenny Omega. I'm sorry.
You can't. I agree with that. But generationally, yes.
No
They-
way.
Did you? All right. I
No
just
way.
hold on a second. I just legitimately checked out KennyOmegaSucks.com and it goes right to Phil Jackson's Twitter.
Is that real?
It's real. It really does. It goes right to Phil Jackson's
Go to
Twitter.
ChicagoCubs.com.
Yeah, I think ChicagoCubs.com. No, wasn't it Carl Mandik?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, you know what it is. You
It's at
got it.
carlmandick.com. Yeah, it takes you right. It still does that. That's so great. He did that like the first night he was on, didn't he?
In 5 seconds, Mike Kolb changed carlmandick.com to ChicagoCubs.com.
That's amazing.
I want to throw up.
That's so great.
I don't. No, it's not.
Well, no, the Kenny Omega thing is funny.
The Kenny Omega thing. Okay, how can we not have? All right, let's save this for a civilized discussion because I do feel like there are parallels to either performer or both performers. In the sense of what they've accomplished, what they've done, and the style of matches that they put on. So I will have a rebuttal for that.
Can I just?
I'm just waiting for one thing.
You asked me to you said how am I doing, and I need to tell you I'm very disappointed with a move that was made today by the Tennessee Titans releasing safety Kenny Vaccaro. And I need to just speak my displeasure to that. Honestly, Malcolm Butler I saw coming.
Well, I was going to say, so Kenny Vaccaro and Malcolm Butler both.
Malcolm I saw coming because we've got Kristen Fulton, which is really good rookie, and we've got Adoree.
Okay, so what do we got here? Titans talk. Here we go. We're tightening the F up.
Yeah, so I expected Humphreys to go. I expected that. I honestly did. I really did expect Malcolm because I mean, Adoree Jackson's gonna have to earn that $10 million. And we've got Kristen Fulton, and we've got Kevin Byard, who's making $11 million a year. I really, with the fact that we need a pass rush, we dropped $20 million in cap over the last couple of days. Basketball. You can't do that. I got it. So I'm not sure. Right now, I'm not sure. And what's crazy is next season they go from like 16 million in cap space to like 73 million in cap space. I don't get it. They've got like 17 million of dead money on the books too. It's just
none of us should know this. We should just be able to like get drunk and just enjoy Sunday football. But we have to put into our vernacular words like dead money.
I know.
Like I don't want that. Just give me the effing team. Like give me my team, and that's all I want. I don't want like whoever it is. Then it is. Like I've gotten sick of. I've already done the Aaron Jones. Are they Are they going to be hit him with the tag, or are they going to not? I did it so many times. I'm like, this is unhealthy. This is not a healthy thing to be doing. Mm-hmm. Who Green Bay might get in free agency because it's been built into we don't have March Madness. So let's go and try and build something else up. They're lucky they got Dak Prescott when they did get him. That ended up being an actual news story. Damn it. The whole thing just makes me, I get hot and I get toasty over it, and I shouldn't, but it is a good warning, for anybody that's like hugely football addicted, that's like, hey, is this too much? It's too much when at the point that your Google search history has like Aaron Jones plus did the Packers franchise tag him.
Yeah,
They
I go
didn't.
to I go to overthink. I know I saw that today, actually, or it was yesterday it came through. I thought of you, Carl, but I go to overthecap.com all the time because I just want to see.
Very good
like,
website
Yeah,
because
I
it
mean,
is.
Can I ask you a question? Do you think Ryan Tannehill is a $25 million quarterback?
Not in a million years. No.
That's what he's making next year. Do you think Derrick Henry is an $11 million running back?
He is a $30 million running back.
Right.
Rocket Rose. Are you priceless?
Rocco is priceless.
Do I need to be liked? Absolutely not.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
Okay. Okay.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
And Tony, my understanding is that we have a very special guest countdown today.
We have a trio of guests countdown, and it's a very, I'd like to say, very well done. It comes from Rocco, Frank Bruno, and
5, 4, 3, 2.
the mental patient himself, Carl Mandik.
Carl Mandik is a wild child.
Holy shit, guys. I can't believe we pulled that off.
The reason is simple.
Hello, Miss Lady.
You have way too much pubic hair.
I'll write it and we'll do it live.
God damn it!
Actually, that's a point of pride. I'm very proud of my mane of pubic hair, so thank you.
Oh, shit! It's nuts!
If he hits it, it's over. Can Omega end it here?
Doink and dink, and the think drink from the pink sink.
The pubic hair thing.
Look what I got.
Man of pubic hair. What? No. What do you? Well, you got the VHS. Yeah. Pop that in right now. And hit us with what we've got in Rewind Wrestling Time. The VHS has been placed in. So now we are good to go.
Hi, Carl. This is Danielle Monet, aka.
Ends there.
Oh wait, whoa.
Nope, it ends there. We got to get to history. We got to.
Hi, Carl. This is Danielle Monet, aka WWE Diva Summer Rae.
And that is that. And that is the entire cameo. No,
Hi,
here.
Carl. This is Danielle Monet, aka WWE Diva Summer Rae. This is from Rocco the model, who really does look like a model. Hi, Carl.
There you go.
Okay. Okay. You want to see Randy Orton? You want to see John Cena? You know?
Okay.
I will hit you with it again.
Is that
It's getting hit again! Damn it, viruses.
Is it because it's like, oh, this is for Carl, but
Yeah,
I can't get
fuck
Rocco
that
out of my
guy.
mind.
Fuck that guy. Yeah. Hey, Carl, this is for you. By the way, your friend is much more attractive than you. Listen, I get it. You've come to see my house shows, and I.
Okay. Okay. You want to see Randy Orton? You want to see John Cena? You know?
Look, I got a freaking thumb growing out of my forehead. Jesus, Lord in heaven. All right, what do we got? Rewind Wrestling Time.
Do you want to kick it off?
I can kick it off with a homecoming of Stone Cold and HBK in 1996. They both returned home to Texas, had a match. This is the tweener kind of getting out of the phase of the ring master, that being, with Ted DiBiase and the $1 million belt and the whole deal. Oh, sorry, Hulkster. Now, that went on March 10th, 1997. Do you guys like that Steve Madden job I did right there? Steve Madden. It went on in 1996.
So So
Carl,
we got-
what year was that? Shix. Is that a number? Are you are you fucking around with us? Shix. What happened in 7, Rocco?
Well, we got a twofer here. So should we start? Should we go with the first one?
Yeah, let's go with the first one.
On Monday night. Well, actually, it's not as of February 10th, 1997.
No. You call it by the right name. No, it's Monday Night Raw.
No.
It
as of March the 10th, 1997, WWF presented the first ever Raw is War.
The hell are you talking?
Wow.
From the DCU Center in Worcester, Massachusetts. This
What's
was
that?
Oh, Frank Bruno just got a hard on. What? Oh!
Sorry, Frank's hard on it made a better run in. He thought he heard pepperoni. The pepperonis. He thought he heard pepperoni when he heard Frank hard on. Yeah.
So
This
is the 200th episode of the series, originally known as Monday Night Raw. Bore little resemblance to the past. Besides the name change and new logo, the rebranding came with a brand new set, show opening pyrotechnics, and a new intro, The Beautiful People by Marilyn Manson. That was the first time they used that. The theme would not hang around long. Rights issues forced WWF to change it. Less than a month later, to Thorn in Your Eye for the first hour, then we're all together now for the second hour. Dubbed the War Zone. The differentiation was done for Nielsen ratings purposes, obviously. By 1999, Thorn in Your Eye would be the sole theme for Raw until the first brand extension era began in April 2002. Also of note, this is to be the first episode of Raw with Vince Russo as its head writer. The most noticeable changes to come were edgier content and a emphasis on matches, and a greater emphasis on storytelling. Promos and yet swerves. Swerve, bro! This style of programming, later known as Crash TV, will lead to Raw not just surpassing Nitro in the ratings just over a year later, but by 1999 become the most watched weekly show in the history of cable television.
Now, what did Nitro do to Raw on this night exactly? What were do you know the numbers?
So on the other end of that is that as for this episode, the ratings bounced back to a respectable 2.3, consistent with what WWF was doing at the time. Nitro still crushes them with a 3.5 rating.
A 3.5.
Wow.
Like, think about that. Now, now, Rocco, is that on the opening? Is that the new Raw is War?
Yes.
3.5. Okay, so if you took NXT and AEW and times them by 2.75, that'd be about where we're talking about.
Yeah.
So both shows, by the way. So we're not talking about one. We're talking about two shows putting up that type of numbers. Now, granted, there is no DVR. There is no. There's a lot of factors we're not putting into play here. I'm just saying in general. That it's impressive.
And the main event for the March 10th, 97 Nitro was Mongo.
Oh, wait for it. Wait for it.
Oh yeah, we have us.
My gosh, can't download anything. Well, I mean, it's such an important Nitro.
It's a very important Nitro. And our match, or the moment, is on the other channel, WCW Monday Nitro. March 10th, 1997, during the 83 weeks winning streak. Shameless plug of 83 weeks with Eric Bischoff. That is my illegitimate dad. Go support him over there on ad free shows. But we're right here for WCW Nitro was live from a beer hall. No, not a beer, kind of a beer hall. Club La Vila in Panama City Beach, Florida.
That's real.
That's where later the funeral of WCW would take place.
Nope. Two different spots.
No, was this? I think they were the same spots.
La Vela is a Club
yeah.
La Vela, and where the final Nitro was, two different spots. You got to look it up. It's outdoors on a hotel. It looks similar. And you know what? I'm gonna have our special guests do a little research on that while they hear this. Yeah, that's right, Rocco.
Yeah, no, it was the site of the final episode of Nitro.
It can't be. It
no,
was
yeah, it was a different camera setup. The ring was in a different spot.
Okay. All right. That's fine. I'll just.
And I'm like, okay. You want?
I have a lot of.
But to our special guest credit, there was no NWO at all on this show. The main event was Mongo and Jarrett defeating High Voltage.
Perfect gap to bring in our special guest. And TJ
there he is.
So TJ, the final Nitro, do you remember it?
Yes.
I do too, very vividly. Being on spring break, being in Disney, and I remember watching it in a hotel. Yeah, hotel room. I was not yet rating the bar. I was not going through. I'm like, oh, cool, $22 pistachio nuts.
So,
no, that didn't happen.
To TJ's credit, TJ's actually right. It is the Boardwalk Beach Resort, but I've got like 3 different websites telling me something completely different.
So, no, I know the last one. And Frank, do you want to hop in on this? Because I know the final Nitro was not at Club La Vela. Or
it was out. It looked like it was outside of a hotel, if I remember.
It is.
Correctly.
It is.
I want to say actually the last Nitro from Club La Vila was 99.
99.
Thank you.
That's the one with the pool, right? Was that
Yes.
the one?
And that's the jumping. That's a Scott Hall.
Yeah.
Jumping, right?
This one, there was barely anybody there for the last one. It was horrific.
Last one didn't feel, or did it? Let me ask this: did it feel like the last one? Did Shane at the end change the narrative for anybody?
He gave me hope.
Yeah.
Hope for what though?
That WWE was not going to fumble this. Because what I originally thought, even being 16, I was just getting ready to turn 16 at the time, I thought WWE would keep WCW along the same lines as NXT is now. Like their kind of development system.
Yeah.
Keep them on TV. That's kind of how you showcase the new guys. Of course, that's not what happened. And we all know how that worked out.
Rocco, were you thinking? I mean, obviously, were you thinking, brother, that maybe somehow, some way that this could be a viable option, that this could be a viable, I don't want to say monopoly, but at the time, what else do you call it? A viable marriage.
Well, 8-year-old Rocco was expecting to see Kevin Nash show up on Raw the next week, but that didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
But to be honest, you're thinking, okay, well, they bought the WCW. I didn't really know what that it meant at the time. And storyline, Shane McMahon bought WCW. What are they going to do with it? What, is it going to be a part of the show or, it was unclear. Then you've got, tuning into TNT the following Monday and like, oh, wait, no Nitro. What the hell?
All right, so we've got to make the tough transition into.
Do you remember where that Raw was from?
The Gund Arena,
thank you.
The Gund Arena in Cleveland, Ohio.
Very good.
Wow.
That one I knew, shockingly.
Which
It's
is
it's not that shocking.
How do you guys know where it was?
Well, because if you've seen that snippet of Shane and Vince side by side, and if you've seen it more than enough times, as probably TJ and I have,
Yeah.
you see the picture of Vince McMahon, Cleveland, Ohio, the picture of Shane McMahon, Panama City Beach, Florida. The Gund Arena, I think it's now the Quicken Loans Arena or something.
The Q.
The Q, yeah.
Oh yeah, the Q. Right. No, it's some
Quality Quicken Loans something.
Quicken Loans.
Yeah.
It's so. Here we be on a time where, well, we were all kind of on a different, I guess, part of the litmus scale of where we were on this whole death match, if you want to call it a death match, exploding barbed wire cage match type of deal. And we got what we got. So with that noted, let's move into Rocco. You're not getting your wings tonight. These are not your death match. You don't get them tonight. It's not how it works. You're gonna have to sit through an hour.
I don't think
to get them.
I don't think I have enough time to do.
Hi, Carl. This is Danielle Monet, aka.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Boobies.
I was just saying, buttons get hit. Easy now. No. If you sit through 3, I think you get your Webelos badge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's how it works. If you sit through 3 death matches, I believe in under an hour, I believe you get your Webelos badge.
I've never watched this tape I have of the FMW King of the Death Match. It's like a best of. I'm looking at it and I need to, because Funk and Cactus are on here.
Yeah.
Cactus Jack and Kanamura is on here, and also Mike Awesome and what's the guy's name?
I don't know why I just got reminded of this, by the way. Because Matt Leavitt actually reminded me of this today. Matt Leavitt reminded me of this. Actually, not today, yesterday. There's somebody out there who's better at performing in a death match than Kenny Omega.
Oh, there's lots.
Oh my. Mm-hmm.
Eva Marie, yes.
You say Eva Marie.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll go ahead and start the talk.
Boobies
because
and
if you watch Top Guy Theater, you know I love shitting on Kenny Omega more than most people. However, I'm not going to do that because of this match. I don't blame either guy for what happened. Now, granted, how it's been handled since is questionable at best.
All right, so how has it been?
Well, it's essentially everyone's just fleecing responsibility. Like, no one knows how or why this could happen. And Tony Khan essentially said, like, well, what do you want us to do? Actually blow them up. And I will cover all those things in just a second. But if you go back and you watch, Kingston runs in, covers Moxley up, and then we know what happens then.
Which is exactly...
Yeah. You could tell Kingston at the time already, even though his face is in the mat, he's going, what the hell just happened?
But what he in what they were paying homage to, for those that need any of the something I showed on My Mom is Rad, something that we've talked about in Brett FMW on son of it. Sorry, I need to get a wireless
mouse.
No, keyboard.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Way far away.
Oh, TJ showing it off.
I need to get that. Yeah, I need to invest in that. I sound like Joe from Family Guy. Yeah,
You do.
I better get my hands on one of those. All right. So if you notice, Onita is going to cover Funk here. Yes, I know it's got a lot of plugs and crap in it. Just get through it and just notice the fact that he covers them up for the explosion. It's kind of a thing. So FMW it is. But yes, Brett is if you want to ask any questions, DM him. His DMs are open. He'll answer anything about deathmatch or any type of thing. I'm not just saying that to fill time. I'm being honest. If you ever want like suggestions, anything, I've gone to him for hey, what would you show? X, Y, and Z. Good guy. So check it out.
例えばの引退式っていうのもある。認められない。式っていうのもあるんですけども。
You know, I have no more love for anybody in this world.
Did you want that? Because you didn't really get that on Saturday night. Whether you paid the $49, the $59, or whatever the price may be. And understandably, Rocco, totally get it.
I don't...
Deathmatch. That's a new thing, kids. You could take that now on your virtual class during the pandemic.
Is that like Scott Steiner math?
It's not good math. I'll tell you that much. Okay. It's got a lot of long division.
But I was telling Carl before we got on the air. I'm not a fan of death matches.
Me either.
Just not a fan. I think it's unnecessary.
Agreed.
Here's what you missed.
Moxley's lying on those barbs. They're sticking all over his body. And the explosion. No way, Moxley. Playbook. Can he hit another one? A second one. Oh, man, those are toxic shots. On the button. Moxley being brought up. If he hits it, it's over. Can Omega end it here? No one kicks out. No one kicks out. No one is. Wicked. Angel. Can Omega cover? Can he make the cover? 2. Oh! Omega. He didn't kick out. He got his leg on the ropes, but he caused the...
Here's where I have a problem. No fourth rope.
Lauren.
Hi, Lauren.
What?
Lauren. She's watching us.
Wait, hold on. Is this for real?
That's Lauren, isn't it?
See, the sad part is now we live in a world where anyone could be Mike Cole.
So here's the deal. Yes, obviously wanted to be there, wanted to see this in person. Whoa! The only thing that I can compare this to, and this is just 2 cents, just putting in 2 cents. When I was there for Lesnar and Ambrose, and Damn. She can type. She is very good words per minute. Quick typer that Yaffy.
Typist.
Yeah. The only time I felt let down where I would go, ooh, that one might sting. Sting! No, it was being live for that would be Moxley or Ambrose and Brock Lesnar in the street fight, and that was like, oh boy, this card might suck from here on out. And it did. It was awful. So that's me. That's just perspective. That's how I felt, like where it fell flat, and I just go, they meant to do well. They wanted to give you Gone in 60 Seconds, and they gave you the movie Rad from the 80s about BMXing. So go look it up. That's about as well as I could put it. Frank and TJ, your thoughts, and then to Rocco.
I think they did the best they could. I mean, honestly, the barbed wire spots were okay. I mean, there was blood.
What about the fact that they had a spot of the ring to get out of? That's like 3 sides of a Hell in a Cell or a cage. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I
honestly, though, they explained it.
They did explain it, but I still, my head wanted to burst.
I know. I got to tell you right now, we just need to come to terms with the fact that America, no bueno on death matches, okay? We don't do them right. They're not our cup of tea. And unfortunately, I know that both Omega and Moxley wrestle in Japan. But when you're in Japan, wrestle in Japan. When you come to America, wrestle like America. That might be a controversial thing to say, because honestly, I thoroughly have enjoyed the product that New Japan puts out. But the death match, there's no need for it. And I say this in America, there's no need for light tubes. You once showed some footage of some guy jumping off of the top of a building.
I never show that. So whatever you're talking about,
on concrete,
I have no idea.
That shit's not necessary to me. A table match, some chairs and the stuff that we've seen, I'm good with. But there ain't no need for me. I don't want to watch you try to kill somebody. That's not competition to me. So that's where I, the tax spots here and there, special attraction match, Randy Orton and Mick Foley at WrestleMania, or it was Mick Foley and Edge. They went through a flaming table once in a while. Cool, but like,
okay, so so you fall in the temperate. You just want to temper it when it's necessary. So TJ, where do you fall?
I agree with Frank. If anything, America has proved time and by the way, Frank, what you said is not controversial. Everyone knows America, Japan, Europe, all very different styles. It's not that controversial. But
all right, I just didn't want to come off like an ass.
No.
And America's proven time and time again we can't do this. ECW tried to do this in '95, and AEW could have learned a lesson from them, because Paul Heyman, who doesn't take responsibility for anything.
He even gave credit, TJ, not to cut you off. He even gave credit. Guess where the barbed wire matches came from in ECW?
Yeah.
FMW. Yeah.
Because we had a lot of their guys. But Paul Heyman at 95 even took responsibility for it. We shouldn't have tried it. We won't ever again, because it was terrible. And they could have done this now with AEW, and I don't think anyone would have batted an eye. They tried something. I think it was too fast, and we can explore that if we want. But hey, Carl, I can't remember if I talked to you on the phone about this or if it was Mike, because I talked to you both right after each other. But now the two theories is Tony Khan says, well, what do you want us to do? Actually blow them up. And then Moxley says, supposedly the gimmick might be Omega can't build matches. So either your world champion can't deliver on things he says, which is not a heel gimmick, that's just an ass clown. And then, or your booker is an idiot because he's booking matches he knows he can't fulfill the promises of. And that's the issue. And I wish someone would listen to us. Time after time. Again, on TGT, I admit I shit on Omega a lot. It's kind of a gimmick thing. But if you're an Omega fan, if you're a Moxley fan, if you're an Eddie Kingston fan, you should be furious by this match because all three of your favorite wrestlers look like idiots because they were booked in a match they could not have possibly succeeded in.
I like that. Take a lot.
If you can't do it, don't book it.
Rocco.
Well, I've just noticed that TJ and I have the same taste in shirt tonight. But so here's my thing. You have two talents like Omega and Moxley. And I agree with everything Frank and TJ just said. Makes no sense. And then you mentioned the Edge and Foley table spot at WrestleMania, but that made sense for that match. It made sense. It did not make sense to do a death match. Did not make sense.
Can we elaborate on the fact that Moxley and Omega have now had 2 matches and neither one of them have been a singles match?
Yeah.
Very true.
Those are that is wait, what?
Yeah, it should have.
Yep, that's very true. The first one at was it Full Gear last year or Revolution last year?
I believe
they went all over the place.
Yep.
There was through the poker chip.
Yeah. That's the one. Yep.
The way I would have booked it, I would have just had TJ just said a singles match for the title. Best wrestler. That's it.
So
It
just
could have been that simple. It could have been that simple.
When you say simple, it's kind of like how Vince, VKM, or you enjoy your drinks, which are
neat.
Doers on the rocks. Double doers on the rocks.
You do 3 fingers like this, or 3 fingers like that?
That's not Frank. That's not
how many fingers? Because you usually measure it in fingers, right?
I'll have 3 fingers of Glenlivet with some pepper and some cheese.
Ooh, okay.
Nice. Aha.
Wow. Yummy.
Something's gonna explode.
A little bit of sax music makes me feel like I'm like the counterpart to Mandy Rose, but the male counterpart.
Wow.
Very nice.
That's taking.
Every model needs a goddess.
Okay.
Corey Graves will move in on that.
You see what I went with there?
For some reason, I thought you called yourself the goddess, but I got it now.
Yeah. Every model needs a goddess.
Got it.
Here are the chances, the Vegas odds. Corey Graves moves to Utah and marries both Mandy Rose and Carmella, us, or the Field, plus 1 million. So Corey Graves got a pretty good shot at moving.
Yeah, it's definitely not the Field.
You may considering a video. I have a video proof that I may have a shot with Summer Rae.
Who really does look like a model.
God.
Hey, I'm sorry for your Chernobyl, person that we're doing this for.
Chernobyl.
Jesus Christ. Hey, I'm sorry his face looks like a catcher's mitt.
Oh my God.
Why does dried fruit in Boca Raton dry out that fast? Was he an orange that got laid out? Like in Boca, what happened there? Because he looks like a model, and that guy looks like... I wanted to start pulling out my hair Mick Foley style and be like...
Remember that? He's got...
That always came up in the N64 version, TJ. I feel like unnecessarily like that sound.
I do know the hair pulling was one of his taunts.
I like the different intro and exo music, and not just because Conrad brought that up, but great point by him. I thought it could be better, but I love the different intro outro. I mean, that's just me.
I can't think of another instance of that.
I really can't. Who had... Because, like, it was weird when he put the mandible claw on, you got a very, like, soft symphony... not symphony. It was more... Yeah, it was more like Carnival Creepy-ish. Okay, so but when he put that on, and that's why I thought that the Bray Wyatt part was initially undersold in the fact that that hold has meaning to me, or that does something for me. And I get it. It's been bastardized by the Rock and Sock Connection and Mr. Rocco and Mr. Sacco and X, Y, and Z. I just thought that had some menacing tendencies.
Well, I think it had been gone long enough that everyone was like, "Oh, good."
Yeah,
Mandible
that again.
back in.
I still think the feeding's a good gimmick. By the way,
huge fan.
Again, booking awful.
Booking.
What do you do with that though? What do you do with that gimmick? I get it. I like it. I love his entrance, but what do you do with it?
So originally, the Undertaker was supposed to be a 2-year tops gimmick.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It lasted 30 years. It's what you get paid to do. Figure it out.
And okay, we're gonna hit this. We're gonna hit this right now because this one might get a little bit long and it might go past the allowed time of up late 958. So let's actually dive into that. All right. So Bray Wyatt had and the Wyatt family, for that matter, had a push like no other going into WrestleMania 30. I had never seen promos like that in my life, vignettes, if you want to call them that. I had never seen anything like that. And at the moment I arrived at the New Orleans airport, 4:30, I didn't see Brock and Undertaker. I didn't see Daniel. Now, part of that is there's some pieces in movement there, so I'm not going to fault them. You know who I did see all over the place? Bray Wyatt, John Cena. It was the Macho Man Ric Flair of WrestleMania 8, mid-card, and then they would reset from there and then bring you the second half. Maybe the one person that has reinvented and has done things that have gone... I get it. Why people do not enjoy the Firefly Funhouse match. I enjoy it simply on the fact that somebody took a chance on themselves. They gambled on themselves and said, okay, I effed up. I slept with the ring announcer. I caused my own push, my own drive or my own legacy, my own longevity, whatever you want to call it, to be paused or put on, could be done forever. How many people, let me ask you this, how many people have the ability that Bray Wyatt has to go through what he went through, stop, start, come back with something new that actually makes it to the writer's table to where they say, yep, we're going to do this. On top of that, have people buy t-shirts over it. I'm wearing a freaking Bray Wyatt See You in Hell t-shirt. that's modeled after Mr. Rogers. My question, I guess, comes down to this: is how many people can start and stop like that? And was that start and stop maybe in an odd way healthy, Frank?
It doesn't make sense to me. It never did. I don't understand to this day what they were doing.
Well, he was with JoJo having a kid.
I get that stuff, but it's like, dude's Husky Harris, right? And then he's gone.
We don't talk about that.
Okay, but he comes back. Like, he comes back with this really. Even I was into it, and he goes to WrestleMania and loses to John Cena when he's over like Rover. What's the point of that? You killed him right there.
And he lost to Cena at the height of Cena, like Cena hate by the fans.
Well, because Cena was on his way out the door anyway. It's like put Bray over, and then quite frankly, I think this year's WrestleMania, this past one, was supposed to be like the revenge. I think it was supposed to be if the pandemic not happened, it would have been in the ring. And Bray would have went over.
And Rocco, we are still watching that.
Which one?
Firefly Funhouse.
Yeah.
We've never gotten the pay. To me, I don't think the Firefly Funhouse is the payoff to that feud.
No.
I think it should be in the ring. I just.
Should we do this unpromoted? It's an 18-minute match. TJ, you've never seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Frank, you've seen it.
Yeah.
And Rocco, you haven't.
What? Firefly Funhouse?
It's exactly 18 minutes.
I've seen it.
I thought you said you had.
That was me. Oh. We were going to have a special edition of Top Guy Theater where you guys made me watch that and the graveyard match.
Which... Let me put it out there right now. Frank Bruno doesn't like either one of those matches, but he liked that crap that we saw at Full Gear.
Oh,
now hold on.
Full Gear, okay. What crap?
Now, I will go
Matt
back.
Hardy show.
It was entertaining. Okay. I didn't think it was a catch as catch can style match.
Catch as catch can.
We all went to the bathroom.
TJ, remember you and I were talking. We were talking about that actually on with Mike Holb.
No, I don't remember.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you don't remember. Yeah.
He was a couple bottles deep.
Because I was plastered by then.
Can we thank you for that?
Can we go to the archives?
Here we go. We have Alcohol versus TJ in way back in early November. Casey Kasem.
Yeah, I forgot.
I
totally forgot.
That was a long day.
Yeah, we all did. Dude, I forgot by the next day. I woke up and I'm like, oh, there's Bruno watching the Bears game.
Mike and I had this scrolling on the bottom of the screen the entire time.
And you were correct for that. I will support that. But in all honesty, the last thing I remember from that show was that match, or whatever you want to call it.
Oh, sorry.
And I saw them shooting bottle rockets at each other. And then the last thing I remember saying that night was, why the hell was Gangrel on my TV?
Maybe that's why I liked it. I got to be honest with you. I thought it was great that Gangrel and the Hurricane were there. I just thought it was great.
I missed the opening match, so I'm still kind of butthurt about that.
You should be, because you should have gotten your ass in there and saw that match. It was good.
Did you ever see the video of me running there?
No.
Oh, God, no!
I was not happy.
What do you have on? What is that?
That sounds like me screaming at Full Gear is what that sounds like.
What? Do I need to do?
Nice. Aha.
Yummy.
Something's gonna explode!
As Rocco searches through the audio files of, you have something?
I'm nervous right now.
Well, you have access. You just send the link, just like, and then like make it full screen. Okay, so maybe they didn't accomplish what they wanted to in that part of the feud. Is that feud over?
I would hope so. Where do you go from here? Which one are we talking about? Cena and Bray?
Oh, I'm sorry. Going big picture.
We're going
Omega Moxley.
I would hope so. Because where do you go now? That's another thing. You haven't had a singles match, and now you just had an exploding barbed wire death match. What's now? A match on top of a volcano? Like, where do you go from here?
Frank,
an exploding volcano match. I mean, where do you go?
It's called the Vesuvius. Is what we would call it.
Oh, I thought it was the Vast Efferents.
Efren?
Efren?
Vast Efferents?
I think it's something on a dick. I don't know. Or am I thinking of the
track that
Hey now.
904-310-2021.
Uvula? Urethra.
What has happened?
Just want to put up some white paper here.
God damn, pal. That's where you went.
No. This is my track it paper. So I remember exactly where the
that looked like a shit note.
well, goddamn, pal. We really went lowbrow now.
Well, I mean, guys.
I'm like, okay.
You want Randy Orton?
Is that the Sandman?
No,
that's Kyoto.
That's cute.
It's cute.
Is it? Because it sounds like the Sandman.
Yeah, it doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't think you go anywhere else, guys. I think it should be done at this point. Or it's done. Let Moxley go off and have his kid. And
I agree with someone I saw on Twitter today who says like it was a picture and said this can be the only match left for Omega and Moxley, and it was the 3 cage thing from WCW.
Oh, I saw that too.
That's got to be it.
What?
Please do that.
That one side, you know what? I give them a lot of props for covering. From the standpoint of why is that side not covered in barbed wire?
What are you doing, Rocco?
He's looking up the clip of me hammered watching that.
I will tell you the one thing
I don't like it.
The thing I remember about
leaving that, I don't think I remember much. I'm not gonna lie.
I just remember
Taco Bell
going down to the basement and hearing TJ talking, and I started.
Oh, that was during the day.
Yeah, I started waving at the screen, and he just kept on talking, so I walked away.
I was plowed.
Plowed.
Is it bad that I don't even know who Scotty Whitehead is?
That's Kolb's bestie.
And also, man who can't shut the F up. That's also tremendous. Oh, this is why I don't drink that often.
I love this. I've not seen this. Map it.
I don't know why I'm yelling.
Get that to your TG2.
Henry looks fairly proper, prim and proper compared to what he looks like now here.
He's got a full-on beard, right?
Yeah, he's pretty scraggly now.
I did say that, I hope he's not watching. I did say that when Henry climaxes, he usually screams, "Map it." Map it!
Henry climaxing could make me soft forever.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Permaflaccid. Sucks.
Sucks.
So were you guys watching the show while?
Yes.
So they were watching.
Can I give everyone a recap of this day and why I'm so drunk here during the show?
Well, you were gone. I knew. I'm like, same story to Frank's in the sense that I walked downstairs and TGT is still going, and I'm like, okay, it's 3 something Eastern. I've showered. No, I take it back. I had not showered. I was getting my all my man products and I was gathering them, but we had a TV downstairs. Frank is correct. Mattress was broken. Well, the legs were. Doesn't matter. I would have broke that thing with any girl I met at a bar. I just didn't go out to a bar.
Okay.
Wishful thinking.
Good to know. Good to know.
This is not making anything sound very, very good there, Carl.
Let me try that again. Our intercourse would have broken the bed. So anyways, which wouldn't have happened because I probably would have had no shot. Anyways, I come down and I gather my man products and I'm like, TJ is still going. TV's on. Frank walks over. TV's on.
For some reason, I'm talking about Geddy Lee now on this show.
And I'm like, well, I'm going to go shower. And you're like, okay. And that was it.
So
it literally was it. Like I'm like, wow, this TGG is still going on.
So at 11 o'clock that morning, we had a call with Eric Bischoff.
I remember that.
I started drinking then.
Yep.
So, and then Mike and I did Top Guy Theater. And by the end of that, I was pretty well gone already. And if you actually go back and watch the show, I don't remember what show it was, but I'm wearing that Fired shirt in the thumbnail, so shouldn't be too hard to find.
I do not mean this to be disrespectful. I know that your guest or people on it, I want to be very respectful here. Was the last person to speak on Eric Fires Back or Locked and Loaded with Eric. It was his friend had just had his mom pass. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Remember he was the last to go?
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry. I didn't mean that in any way to like make it. I just remember that that he was guest on that show. Sorry.
I'm embarrassed watching this clip back, but
look at Carl.
So
are you kidding me? Yeah. With how many embarrassing.
So if you go back and watch that, I took my headset off for some reason now. If you go back and watch that episode of Top Guy Theater, what you're talking about when you guys just walked off and I kept talking, if you go back and watch the end of the show, eventually it goes black and it says TJ continued to talk for another hour and 47 minutes. That's how the show ended. Because I was watching it back like, this is unbearable. So after that was a few hour gap, we came back into the pre-show and now I'm drinking again. So I had gotten drunk, came back down. Now I'm drunk again. Now I'm way over the top. Now we're watching the show, and then I just spiraled out of control from there.
Well, no. Anytime when you're brewing and a member of the brood hits you, you could be. I've lost it too. You could be drinking, and then all of a sudden, this ring of fire pops up, and 3 dudes come up.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Scared the F out of me too.
That's exactly what happened too.
Yeah. I think what was going on here was you and I think were arguing with Phil about something that happened on the pay-per-view.
Oh yeah, Phil said to you, is that when you? Yeah, Phil said to you, "This isn't your show, TJ." He was sitting right next to me. This isn't your show, TJ. So now it's my turn to talk, and you need to be quiet. And you took your headphones off and just left.
And then I cut the Bischoff on Randy Anderson promo on him.
So I remember this happening, and Phil apologized to me the next morning. So what had happened was, I think I took my headset off as a joke because I wasn't upset. So I think I took my headset off the joke. I actually went outside to smoke, is what happened. And I think I was so drunk when the nicotine hit me, because I don't think I came back. I'm pretty sure that's how I left the show, was I just wandered off in the middle.
That's how I do. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't think I came back.
Neither of us. I don't think there's. And by the way, were we searching for a right or a wrong answer with the whole death match thing? No,
there isn't one.
There isn't. It's taste, and it comes down to whatever. It's wrestling. We're getting it. We're lucky to be getting it. We're at this point beyond fortunate to have. It looks like March Madness coming up. It looks like some semblance of an NFL season where fans are in the stadium. I don't know if you guys caught this. Just a last topic to hit on. That, I mean, we're talking about opening stadiums with 65,000 plus going into 2021. I'm not asking it from a safety standard. I'm not asking it from, but I'm fucking on board.
Yeah.
Wait, I zoned for a minute. What do you want?
So the NFL looks to be opening up stadiums to have capacity. Like the Rangers said, Texas Rangers said today that they plan on having full capacity for their opening game.
You talking about MLB or NFL?
Next month. Well, I'm referencing MLB. I'm talking NFL in the sense that.
Well, Carl, I've already got 2 games playing. I'm going to Nashville to see the Titans and the Niners. You're more than welcome to join us. And then Titans are coming up to New England. I don't know if you've ever been to either of the stadiums, but if you want to join us, please.
Wait, hit me with both stadiums again.
Gillette Stadium.
Okay, no thanks.
And Nissan Stadium.
Nissan's where?
Nashville.
Yes, that I'm in for.
Oh, come on. You're not going to come to the Northeast?
Gillette? I mean, who wants to... Does anybody want to go there?
How about Soldier Field?
I do, because I want... Soldier Field is on my list.
How about one of the most beautiful stadiums in the country?
Small's capacity-wise, seating.
Yeah,
know if anybody knew that. But
that's why they added the UFO wing.
Makes for an intimate, even with that.
Yeah, it's just, yeah.
Still, respect for the Bears. Hope they do well in free agency. They tagged Allen Robinson. Packers didn't tag anybody, but I'm tagging Rocco. I'm tagging TJ. I'm tagging Frank. They are all on my franchise. Do I get 3 franchise tags, buddy? I do? Oh, cool. Oh,
sweet.
Well, I guess we'll see you back here tomorrow for Crowd Pop Live on Thursday.
Do I need to be liked? Absolutely not.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
Okay.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
And Tony, my understanding is that we have a very special guest countdown today.
We have a trio of guests countdown, and it's a very, I'd like to say, very well done. It comes from Rocco, Frank Bruno, and
5, 4, 3, 2.
The mental patient himself, Carl Mandik.
Carl Mandik is a wild child.
Holy shit, guys. I can't believe we pulled that off.